Hey guys, what's going on? I've been missing you all. I just want to say I am happy that we had a successful Color Me Crazy yesterday. This is Nikki Smith. For those of you all that are new, Knowledge by Nikki. I am so excited about next year, guys. Are you all as excited as I am about next year? When I say I'm excited, the fourth quarter of the year is always really precious to me, because the fourth quarter of the year really helps me to see what exactly I'm going to be doing next year. Good morning, Stacy. How are you? I know I've been MIA, girl. I've been all over the place, but I got something good to talk about today. But I'm talking about the fourth quarter. I'm talking about getting ready for next year. Oh my God, when I say I got some good stuff. Hey, Christina, I'll be to see you in Mesquite, Texas. I got my contract. I'm going to sign it and send it on back. All right, listen to what I have to talk about today. I want to get right into this. I wish I wasn't driving so I could read this whole article. Let me tell you all where I got this information, and I'm going to tell you how it correlates to what we're going to talk about today, which is partnerships. I got this out of Psychology Today. It was the December issue, 2014, and it challenged the idea we have said and heard and maybe believed or not for years about whether opposites attract. Now, what made me look, hey Vera, what made me look into this is because for some reason in the last, I would say maybe month or two, I have constantly been talking to these salon owners or business owners about having these partnership agreements or partnerships that aren't working. They're just talking like, you know what? I done got into this deal. Me and my partner aren't vibing. We are not seeing eye to eye. I mean, I've been hearing this constantly for probably actually the last 2 months. So I wanted to do a little research and dig in deeper about what makes a partnership work. Now, I myself am a person that had to buy out 3 partners. So none of mine worked for me. None of my partnerships that I've had in business in the last 30 years have worked for me. So I even had to analyze, okay, not that I'm anti-partner. I'm a little hesitant now, I must admit, because I've had to buy out 3. But what is it that we need to look for in partners? And do we follow the same principles as people attracting or not? Do we follow those same principles? What principles should we be looking for in a partner? Is it just because we both are in the same business, or what is it? Let me tell you what I discovered. I have learned this much. Hey, Gary, how you doing? I have learned this much, guys, is that a partnership in business is about the closest thing you're going to get to a marriage as a real marriage. Literally, guys. I don't think, matter of fact, I don't even know if some real marriages spend the type of time together that people in business that are partners do. I don't think they do. I think sometimes people that are partners in business actually spend more time and become more connected or disconnected than people in an actual real marriage. That's on paper. So look, I'm actually in traffic, which is good, guys. I gotta read you some of this stuff. This again comes from Psychology Today about whether opposites really attract. We've grown up thinking this, knowing this, and I'm relating this to personal and professional. So listen to this. This was really exciting to me, guys. I'm going to first tell you, let me see if I can break it down. It's such a large article. I'm going to read as much as I can. Studies have found, listen to this, that people are more likely to be attracted to and pursue romantic relationships with individuals that are more like themselves than different. Now, it's a long article and I'm driving, so I can't read all of it. It goes on to talk about the different groups they profiled, different groups that they did over a 17-month span. They took different ages from 18 to 25, from 26 to 40. They even took some gay and lesbian couples. They took all of these different couples, and let me go down. Let me scroll down. If you all need this article, I'm going to give you the number to text me so you all can read this. It's really good, but it's long, and I'm driving, so I can't read it all. These are the categories that they actually put in place to basically rate them on. The first category was extroversion over introversion. That was the first one. Are you a partner? Do you have a partner? One is an extrovert, one is an introvert. Believe it or not, that can actually have some issues. Because extroverts like people and noise and stuff. See, I'm really an introvert. People don't know that. People like stuff and noise and busyness and people all the time. That drives an introvert like me nuts. That drives us nuts all the time. So how does that play into this relationship? Then it said emotional stability. That was the second thing they rated everybody on. Hey, Jana, how emotional are you? One that, as I say, you can go calm when everything goes crazy, or are you one that just goes off the handle whenever, how emotionally, how are you able to handle your emotions? I happen to manage my emotions very well. My emotions don't rule me. I personally don't do well with people that fly off the handle at every little thing or throw temper tantrums. That doesn't really work for me. So in a partnership, that's a difficult thing for me. So it talked about emotional stability. Then it talked about openness to experience. How many of us have been in a partnership, whether it's marriage or business, and one wants to soar and see the world and try new experiences, and the other one wants to keep things just like they are? Can you imagine how difficult that would be to build a business on that type of thing? Okay? Then it talked about, what's the other ones here? Agreeableness, meaning sometimes agreeableness, it broke down in terms of respect. Meaning we don't have to always agree, but we do have to agree to disagree. Okay? Let me turn my light back on. There were 5 here. Let me see. Extroversion, agreeableness. Oh, consciousness. When I looked up the word consciousness, a lot of people aren't really familiar with what that means. When you say consciousness, one of the biggest things that consciousness is about being self-aware. How many of us know people that are not self-aware? Meaning they don't see nothing they do wrong. They don't see anything from other people's perspective. They don't see themselves at all. Everything is some way somebody else did it. They're not really conscious of themselves or sometimes things around them. They're very disconnected from what's going on, and that could be a difficult place to deal with someone if you're a very conscious, present person to someone that's very unconscious and abstract, is what I call it. It's always something else or somebody else. So let's talk about that. The article goes on, and the article is long, guys, but it is so good. I think I'm going to print it out. The article goes on to talk, and it basically rates them in the different systems. And let me see if I can find it. It said the things that they were most, they had to be most alike in, I think, was consciousness and consciousness and openness. That was the thing that it found, that the traits had to be a lot more consciousness and openness to change, is what it said. So that's basically trying new experiences. It said that these 2 things were the things that were almost deal breakers. Did you know that? Consciousness and, I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting none. I want y'all to get all this. Consciousness, extroversion, and open to new experiences. Out of those 5 things I just told you, it said that those 3 things were literally vital to a relationship sustaining. So I don't know if I'm in agreement with the whole thing that opposites attract. I think as you get older, think about your friends. It talked about birds of a feather basically flock together. As you're growing, I'm not saying you got to be clones of each other, but you have to have more similarities than differences. So let me now spin that and talk about my salon owners that are in partnerships that they hate. Because this is what I've been talking to people about for the last couple months, really, is that they are in these partnerships where the thought process, the consciousness, the extroversion, introversion, the ability to want to do more, be more, have more is lopsided. Guys, I will say this to you, and this is coming from a person that has walked away and been willing to buy out 3 partners. I don't care what position it put me in. It doesn't work. It does not work. two places, and I usually say one, but two places you cannot have constant disharmony and stress is where you lay your head and where you spend the majority of your time. It doesn't work. Most of us spend more time at business than we do at our homes. You cannot have total turmoil because you and your partners just not vibing. It comes a time when you say, you know what, guy? I ain't gonna say they're wrong or I'm wrong. I'm just gonna say we're not compatible. How about that? We're just gonna say we don't have the same vision. We don't have the same dreams. We just can't work together. You could probably work with somebody else, just not me. You could probably do this business well with someone else, just not me. It is okay to be different. My life and my travels nationally, internationally has allowed me to respect and to appreciate difference. But I don't have to live with it. I don't care who you worship. I don't care how you do what you do. As long as you ain't bothering me, but I do not have to align myself with you. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't work. In business, it doesn't work. And don't be afraid if you're in a partnership and it ain't working and you can't sleep and you're tired of fighting, you tired of stress, don't be scared to walk away. You know what? This ain't working for me. Let's figure out how we gonna dissolve this. Let's figure out how we go. Let's form an exit strategy. Let's do that. Let's do that. And if you got to do it by yourself, that's right, Vera. See, I do it by myself now. I done bought out 3. I ain't got no more money to buy out no more partners. I'm good right now. Now, I don't mind forming what I call temporary partnerships, meaning 2 businesses coming together. You all have seen how Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' Donuts come together. They got their own identities. They just share space, save money. That's the kind of partnerships I want. I want you to have your own thing, me to have my own thing. We come together, build each other, and we're good. That works for me. But I still realize, we watch Shark Tank, all these things. It is necessary at times for financial reasons, for growth reasons, for experience reasons that you may not have. It is necessary for us to align ourselves at times with people. You cannot get around it. But you must court that relationship first. Date them. Date them for a minute. Date them for a long time before you start signing stuff. It's a marriage. I'm telling you, it's just like a marriage. I have a client, wise client. She tells me something all the time. She said, before I partner with somebody, I need to see them in all 4 seasons. I need to see them when it's hot. I need to see them in the spring. I need to see them in the summer. I need to see them in the winter. And I need to see them in the fall. I need to see how they act. How do they act when they get stressed out? How do they act when something goes? How do they act when they lose money? How do they act when people betray them? I need to see how they are in all facets before I sign this paper. Because you don't know how people are until stuff happens. And they don't handle stuff. They're reactive, you proactive. You about solving it. They just about flying off the handle and making it worse. You have to, I believe, I'm not just based it off of Psychology Today. I believe, y'all please share this video. Please share with everybody on this. Hit share. I want everybody to get this, because you all are coming to me like I'm trying to figure out this partnership thing. If you're a giver, you can't be in partnership with a taker. It doesn't work. Givers cannot align themselves that closely with a taker. Your soul is going to be vexed every day. It doesn't work. That opposite doesn't work. I'm telling you. And like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you got to be clones of each other. There are definitely things where opposites can bring balance. But I'm talking about that 80-20 rule. That's what I'm talking about. 80% of us got to be close to having the same morals, values, the way we see life. Now the other 20%, okay, we can work with that. Because God created us to be different people. That's cool. But these business for everybody watching me that has not went into a partnership, think about it. I'm fine with partnerships if it works. But you don't just do it for the money. Don't just do it because I don't want to do stuff by myself. Do it because it is going to benefit the growth of what it is that you are trying to do personally or professionally. That means you got to marinate on it for a minute. Look, they should have, like they have marriage counselors. They should have partnership counselors, like business partnership counseling, where you go through this for like 12 weeks or something, and you able to kind of make sure that you and them could work through some things and see eye to eye on something. We need to have that. I ain't no counselor. Somebody need to figure that out. But it's necessary, guys. It is absolutely necessary for us to realize, like I said, I don't buy it. I'm like, no, we need to be more alike than different. Okay? This message is for you in the morning. Well, hey, I'm glad. Girl, I'm on fire. I had such a good Color Me Crazy yesterday. I told those people I taught that class to, you all have made me happy because they got it. I didn't feel totally drained when the class was over. It was just beautiful. So everybody that came to my Color Me Crazy in Chicago yesterday, thank you for a wonderful class. Y'all didn't zap every ounce of energy that I got. That's right, Pamela Hinton, you did it. No, it's worse than a bad marriage. See, I done been divorced before. Pamela Hinton Hall says she did it, and it was like a bad marriage. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I done had a bad marriage, and I done had a bad partnership. The partnership was worse. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I think it was worse. Christina, I'm going to read yours too. I think it was worse because it was, believe it or not, it seemed like it was harder to get out of than the marriage. It cost me about as much, if not more, than the marriage. Our partnership, Christina Webb, I want to read what she says. Our partnership is a marriage, and it is not perfect, but we have the same goal in mind, is success. We have our roles, and we balance each other out. We've been working together for 15 years. Praise God. And let me say something about what Tina is saying. This is also a very important, Christina Webb that's on the call, a very important part of this partnership is also knowing what your lane is. When I say that, partners even have to respect that this is what you do and this is what I do. You stay in your lane, I say, it's just a delegation of duties. We have to respect that. So I'm telling y'all now, you got to give people that the morals and the value and the ethical system and how they see things needs to be more similar than different. Okay, just hear me one. And that's personally and professionally, guys. So I was talking so much yesterday, I'm losing my voice. But this is something that has become really dear to me because it's something that I keep getting asked the question about, how do I get out? I can't do this no more. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Who wants to go anywhere that you spend 12, 14 hours, 16, 17 hours a day, and you all can barely talk to each other? If anybody on this Facebook Live has ever been in a marriage where you living in a house with somebody and y'all passing each other every day and not saying two words, it is awful. It is absolutely awful. You can't do that at work and you can't do that at home. And let me tell you something. When you have that experience at work, I'm reading a book, I just finished it, called Leaders Eat Last, because I've actually read it like 3 or 4 times. And it talks about, I forgot what chapter, but it talks about people that hate going to work. There is a hormone that is secreted that our body naturally secretes called cortisol. Cortisol is responsible for the stress factor. It's responsible for you knowing when stuff ain't right. It's the uncomfortable, the upset stomach, the thing that our body naturally produces when we're scared, when we're afraid. It talked about people who hate going to work release a level of cortisol before work even starts that literally has been diagnosed as being the contributing factor to heart attacks, to strokes, to seizures, to all of these different things, because just even the anticipation of going somewhere that you hate literally is affecting your health. Literally. It also talked about more cortisol is released and people are having more health issues from hating to go somewhere, to a job, more than the people who do not have a job at all. Did y'all know that? People that don't have a job at all release less cortisol from the stress, from that lack of, than the people who got businesses and places to go, but they hate it. because they can't stand the partnership. They can't stand things that they know they're going to have to deal with. Guys, we can't live that way, guys. You can't do it. I'm at an age in life, I don't care if I have to walk this tightrope by myself. I will do it. Let me tell you the gift that God gave all of us. Salon owners, got a license, still doing hair. You know what I tell people? And not that I plan on doing hair for the rest of my life, because I don't. But I tell people all the time, God gave me the gift of being able to stand behind this chair, even though I am planning on not doing that real soon. But God gave me that gift, and when all else fails, I got that. If I just have to go back, do a couple clients, whatever, but I'm not going to be a hostage to a bad partnership. I'm not going to be a hostage. Yeah, I had a panic attack too, Vera. I thought those wasn't real till I had one. I said, oh no, we're not going to be able to do this. All right? But don't be a hostage. I'm not going to be a hostage to a bad partnership. When stuff starts challenging you to the point where you can't sleep, you can't function, your money ain't right, sometimes, even if it means it costs you, you got to walk away. You got to walk away. I'm saying that from experience. You got to walk away. Say, you know what? Keep it. When I divorced my first husband, I was like Tina Turner. I don't want nothing but my name. He can have it all. I'm done. I'm done. I don't care nothing about that. I need peace. That's what I need. I need peace. So, y'all know I could go on with this forever. Y'all know that? But y'all, please share this, y'all. I feel in my spirit that this is something people are struggling with right now. And they need to understand that opposites do not always attract. You need, when it comes to personally and professionally. And again, I got the article is December 14th, Psychology Today. No, December 2014. I'm sorry. Psychology Today. It's a really long article. I would read it if I could, but I'm driving and I got to stay safe. But this is what was talked about, and they did studies. It's a bunch of different research people in the article. So pull it up online, Psychology Today, December 14th. And let me see if there's any other information I can give you about it. Hold on, let me find it for you. Let me see, Psychology Today, December 14th, so you can find the article and read it for yourself. It's called, Do Opposites Really Attract? It's Complicated. That is the name of the article. Posted December 29th, 2014. Okay? I want you all to read this. It's really long, but it's really interesting, guys. It is so interesting. And it's kind of what I thought, but you know, I didn't do any research on it. That was just my thoughts. But now I see that I wasn't off. All right, so if you are in a partnership, salon owners, a lot of you all have said you're coming to my conference. You all know now, I'm having this conference, and I already got people signed up for this conference, and it's next November. So text me, we're going to talk about this kind of stuff. I hope your partner's there. 708-798-7900. Madara, put that on the screen for me, babe. 708-798-7900. I'll say it one more time. 708-798-7900. That's my text line. You can text me directly. Say you want information. I'll send it to you directly. My website should be up by Monday. It should be up by Monday, and I'll have everything there. Thank you, Jennifer. Great topic. Real talk. Yes, girl. The conference is going to be in Chicago, November 4th and 5th. It is called the Save Our Salons or Salon Owners Strategies Conference, SOS. We got to save these salons, guys. Thank you, Jana. We got to save them. These babies coming out of school and people that haven't built a foundation, they got to know where to build one. And then you think about if you want to go in a partnership and own and all that. But you got to start somewhere. So, again, I did a Facebook Live on salons versus salon suites. Everybody can't go to the suite. Everybody can't afford a suite. Everybody doesn't know how to manage in a suite. So they got to have somewhere to go or the business is going to die, guys. It's going to die. So text me, 708-798-7900. Just say I want conference information. I'm also starting a mentor group called Stretch. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. It is going to be a fascinating group. I'm just aligning all the partners. This is if you want to go to another level, you don't know where to get the resources, you don't know how to grow. This is also for salon owners only, guys. That's my group. I know the rest of y'all like, but I'm going to own a salon one day. No, God gave me that group, and I got to keep it small. So that's my group. Salon owners, if you're interested in the Stretch movement, Stretch is an acronym. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. hit me up. Same line. Say I'm interested in the mentor. And it's really more of an empowering. I use the word mentoring loosely because mentor don't mean you can follow me around like a puppy. Mentor doesn't mean you can call me every day. My goal, I'm commissioned to do two things. To provide you resources and direction. That's what I do. Resources and direction. And when I provide you those, I expect you to act. Don't ask me nothing and you ain't gonna do nothing with the information that I give you. I expect you to do something with it, and I will be calling you back like, what did you do? Don't ask me nothing twice and you didn't do anything with the first batch of information. Until you do that, they don't need us going no further. So I'm that type of mentor. I'm gonna make you do it. I'm an action girl. I'm a girl, the minute I leave a class, I'm already in the class, really. Like, okay, what am I going to do with this information? How am I going to put this into what I'm doing? If it's a hairstyle even, who am I going to do it on? This is what I promote. I promote people to move. Sitting down don't get you nothing. We got to move, guys. All right, guys? So, guys, Knowledge by Nikki with 1K.com. And I'm getting ready to hit. I'm on the road. I'm in audiobook mode, so I'm gonna listen to my audiobooks because I need to accountability. Oh God, that's a whole. We might have a whole day on accountability, Jenna. But that comes with that consciousness. You know, it's hard for some people to own some stuff. I love watching Iyanla Vanzant. What's her word? You gotta own your truth. That's hard for some folks. You know, it ain't hard for me because hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, keep it moving. If I messed up, I messed up. I'm sorry. Okay, if I failed, I failed. Okay, it ain't final, so let's keep it going. Take the hit. Be honest. Sometimes when you do stuff, you just got to tell people, you know what, I did it. I'm sorry. But don't lie about it. Don't try to act like it wasn't. You know it was you. It was you. You did it. You have the right to take that. Matter of fact, let me tell you, people gain a different level of respect for you when you will own up to something that you do. I'm going to say this before I go. I remember Magic Johnson, those of you all that are old enough. Magic Johnson, back when the AIDS thing was just this big scare because nobody really understood it or knew what to do about it. Remember Magic Johnson when it came out? What I respected so much about him, he didn't let it linger. He didn't let it become tabloid stuff for too long. That man said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get right on this TV. And I'm going to say, I did it. There was my frivolousness, sleeping around with all these women, doing whatever it is that I did. I did this to myself. This is what the results of my actions have been. And guess what, guys? Once he did that, it was over. Ain't nobody had nothing else to talk about. Everybody's like, okay, I'm done. Truth is true. And it will set you free. It'll cut the naysayers down. It'll give people a different level of respect for you because of your transparency. We got to live in truth. And it's the only way to grow truth, grow realistically. Everything else is a lie. And a lie ain't nothing but a house built on sand. That's all it is. It's going to crumble. All right? But y'all know I got my voice is going, guys. I've been talking for 2 days for I don't even know how many hours. So I'm going to let it go. You all text me. 708. Hey, Lamont. I saw you this morning too, Lamont. 708-798-7900. Any information you have. I also do, that's right, Lamont, own your truth. I also do salon business coaching. I do salon assessing your salon. And that's actually why I got to get off this call. I got somebody I got to coach in the next few minutes. They want me to, your salon jacked up. I'm the Black Tabitha. I've been doing it a long, long time. I just am not on TV yet. All right? You all, I can help you out there too. So if you're interested, 708-798-7900 or hit me up, Knowledge by Nikki. Thank you, Jen. KnowledgeByNikki.com, Nikki, N-I-K-I, 1K. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock to 8. Hi, Eddie. I'm calling you in a minute, Eddie. 8 o'clock to 8:30 Central Time every Monday through Friday. And guys, I got a whole list of stuff. So I won't be off. My last travel date is this weekend. I'll be grounded for 2 months. I got big plans for the 2 months. So I'll be able to really be consistent with doing this thing. And I'm looking so forward to it, to just kind of being in one spot. So I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's what's today? Tuesday? I'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Share this video. Everybody, share it. Okay? Peace out. See you tomorrow.